Your buddy Brandon, we're going to go live right now, asking Ahmed Zappa to join the queue. Come on, baby. You know how it goes. We're going to ask the boss in. We're going to promote Friday's show. Here he comes, Ahmed Zappa, your favorite guy from the 80s. Here comes Ahmed Zappa. There he is. Hi.
Oh, this is so delightful. Brando,
Yeah.
my stash is almost as bushy as yours. It is mustache November. Was it Movember? Is that what they call it?
Moose Venger.
Moose Venger? I
Moose,
love
I
that
don't
movie
know.
with the Moose Vengers.
You get an AI version of that script in the next 30 minutes.
By the way, fun AI tip. Grok. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I don't know why I'm gonna sneeze. Um, uh, I've been doing some doodles, right? This is so fun. I love this use of AI. You can draw like I like drawing monsters. I was drawing some monsters, and then you can upload that image, and then it does a video, and it does full turnarounds of like your line art and all that stuff. It's so cool. Um, so I don't know. I don't know why I'm on that topic. Are we gonna discuss what's happening on Friday? Because we haven't done a '90s show, and '90s is like all the rage right now.
Do you know how long the 90s was ago?
It's like a week.
It's fucking crazy. It's
There,
it's we've never done a 90s show, and that's because it hurts too much to know how long ago it was.
what do you
That's all I have
talk?
to say.
What are you talking about? The '90s. This is like where you made, at least for me, we are people of a certain age. The '90s, I made a lot of mistakes in the '90s because I was in my 20s, right? This is like 30 years ago. So any
Yeah.
music that we are playing in the '90s
hmm
is definitely connected to bad decisions in parking tickets, speeding tickets, and relationships. I mean,
Well, and for me, all those bad decisions are coming home to roost this week. So at the end of the show, I'm going to drink a bottle of bleach live on air, and we'll see if I survive.
wait, do you mean every woman you've wronged is going to like surround you and
Well,
set you on fire? Like wait, do you live in like a Middle Eastern country where they put tires around you, douse you in gasoline, you can't escape, and it's like a horrible fire burn
I
scenario?
wish.
You wish.
I wish. I wish.
Oh,
Yeah, I
no,
wish.
don't wish that. It's horrible.
Yeah, I
Horrible.
wish. It's going to be fun. We're going to figure out what song am I going to go out to. Is it going to be Blur, song number 2? Is it going to be Oasis, Live Forever? Is
You
it
know,
going to
speaking
be
of Oasis, you know who's been going hard at Oasis, which makes me so happy?
who?
My daughter, my soon to be 15-year-old, is now like, I was in the car with her. She's like, I don't know what it is. I've just been listening to Oasis, like nonstop. And she's like playing me her favorite Oasis songs. I'm like, hi, this is a great day. Great day. The '90s is having a big impact on youth culture right now. It's all like what I find fascinating is the '90s is like what the '70s or the '60s was to us growing up. Like that was our classic rock, which is weird to think about, no?
Think about this. The guys in the Foo Fighters and Pearl Jam are older than
Yeah.
the Rolling Stones and the Who were for us at that time when they stopped. Do you understand the math that I'm basically talking about? Like in
Now
the early
go
90s.
hold on, go slow. Go slow.
Okay. In the early 90s, in the
Hmm.
very early 90s, end of the 80s, early 90s, you're like, God damn, the Rolling Stones and the Who are touring again? Those guys are old. They were younger than the Foo Fighters and Pearl Jam are right now.
You're hurting me so badly with this conversation. So I was born in '74.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm 10, what I think is the most glorious time in music history, the Thompson Twins. We all know how much I love the Thompson Twins, okay?
Yes.
And the Thompson Twins weren't doing great stuff, no offense, in the '90s. But in the '80s, right? Oh my goodness, right? You got you got all these bands that I hoped would transition into. I don't know why I'm gonna sneeze. I think I might be sneezy because of this wine. I don't know what that is,
Mm.
but interesting time to love music. So at those teenage years, were like 10 to 19, whenever, before I hit my 20s in the 90s. So again, 74, I'm born. By 84, I'm 10. By 94, right, I'm
Hmm.
20, and I'm playing in a band with my bro. I'm touring. My inspirations, it's Stone Temple Pilots for me. It's Pearl Jam. It's Soundgarden. It's Love Hate. Um, uh, it's, I mean, like, yeah, I can. We'll talk about it on Friday. There's tons of other Lenny Kravitz, who I think people don't give enough credit to. I loved a lot of his records. I like some. I like a lot of the records he produced in the '90s, like Vanessa Paradis record that he did. Awesome,
Hmm.
awesome. Uh, but where am I going with this?
Just
Friday's
into the
pretty
90s.
awesome. But I really, when I think about those playlists, I do go back to, like, did I hook up with someone in a Starbucks to this song? Did I, in Starbucks bathroom, not publicly in there, but there was like weird stuff was happening. Did you have where's the weirdest place you hooked up with somebody in the '90s, Brando? And what song comes to mind?
Well, sadly, it was in the liquor cabinet room at Denim and Diamonds in Santa Monica. That's
But
a
why do you
so
say sadly? What does that mean?
no. It was just a mistake. It was a mistake. It was a big bad
Did,
mistake.
were white boots? Was she wearing white boots?
You know what? That's a great question, and probably the answer is probably yes. Although she was a USC student, I do remember that. And I was the happy hour DJ at Denim and Diamonds at Santa Monica on Ocean Park and 30th. So definitely something like the Achy Breaky Heart or Alan Jackson or Clint Black was playing in the background.
So there was a awesome human being, Dave Clemens, who was our guitar tech. I wonder what he's doing now. I haven't talked to him in a long time. Um, and he loved white boots. So when we were on
Mm.
tour, when we traveled, I mean, I spent so much time with this guy. The most fun part of touring is when you have the camaraderie, the brotherhood, or the family that is the band. If you have men or women in the band, but the extended family of, like, the guys that you tour with that help you put up the show, and from the lighting to sound to all of it, you become such a tight unit. At least for me, those I cherish those relationships beyond the people I played in a band with. So Dave, he had this thing that he would do. He had this dance, and he would sing this song whenever he saw a lady in white boots. He was like, there goes my baby in the white boots. There goes my lady with the white boots on. He had this whole, like, thing that he would do. Dave, no offense, but you also had fake teeth, so you would, like, move your fake tooth in and out of your mouth when you would sing that song, as I remember you singing that song. Anyways,
Hmm.
'90s, lots of relationships, weird hookups.
Well, you
Maybe,
you remember my '90s relationship, so
but weren't you also, like, I think there were, like, hopes and dreams that maybe you were going to get married young, right? Didn't that happen to people in their 20s?
yeah.
Maybe there's so many songs like that. People that are watching us live right now, I like the comments, like, Ross McDuck. He's, like, throwing out, like, Jeff Buckley. Obviously, Jeff
Yeah.
Buckley is going to be on that list because you
That
can't.
reminds me of Moon. Last Goodbye reminds me of Moon because she loved that song when it came out.
Oh my God,
This is our last goodbye.
I mean,
Hey.
maybe Moon would call in too, because
Yes.
uh,
She should give us her top five from the '90s because I also remember she loved Paranoid Android by Radiohead. She loved that song.
again, that's my daughter's favorite band of all time.
Crazy. Would you do me a favor? Would you please tell Halo, just say, Brando, the weird guy who you always see around, and you're like, is this a homeless guy who just wandered into our house? Would you please tell her what Oasis means to me, that I used to try to dress and act like Liam Gallagher, that I was at the Rose Bowl show,
So
that
you
we
you
saw
already
them, that
you
we
already
saw them.
lost
Did you
her.
tell her that? That we saw
You,
them at the
you
Universal Amphitheater on their second big tour in Los Angeles?
I will tell her that, and
Please tell her.
she'll be jelly of that. But the fact that you said that you wanted to act like them, she'll think you're such a loser, because
She already does.
she
She
is such an
already does. That's okay.
independent. She's such a, like an independent thinker, and like marches to her own drum. She's not like someone who likes the follower situation. I'm trying to help you out because Halo is going to
It,
run the town. So don't get in her bad graces right now. You can,
I'm already in her bed. She already probably thinks I'm a loser. I don't worry about that. But just tell her, just like that. Well, also about my birthday show, I did cigarettes and alcohol. I thought I crushed it. I used to sing at karaoke all the time when we would go to the Brass Monkey in the '90s. Man, man,
did.
what a
Do
time!
you think? I I mean, here's we should get Jables to call in, because I would say Tenacious D started in the '90s,
Yes, they did.
and
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
before everyone became really aware of Tenacious D. Um,
Yeah, we got
when
to
I
fucking
felt
see
like it
them.
was like you were on the inside, and you were
Yep,
like, no, we're gonna go see them, and it's the funniest thing ever.
yep.
I think I've seen. I mean, I've seen a lot of bands multiple times that are like my hero bands. I do have to say, like Tenacious D, if I'm being honest, I've seen them probably as many times as I've seen Rat, and I love Rat. Did Detonator come out in the '90s?
Yes, it did.
Right,
Didn't
because
it?
that was on the
Yeah,
soundtrack for uh, Point Break, right?
yeah.
Is that
Nobody
the
rides for
'90s?
free.
All right, so maybe I'll have that on my list. But it's like that. It's such a bummer when you think about your hero bands that were like your metal bands that just came out with records in the '90s and they just shit the bed. Like maybe we should talk about the best bands in the '90s. With like, I mean, I think I'll bring out um, tracks I really liked, but then there's this whole other scenario of the bands that came out with records in the '90s that just didn't cut the musical landscape. It's kind of depressing. Maybe I don't want to talk about that. What are you going to talk about, Brando, on Friday?
Oh my God, there's so much. I remember where I was when Kurt Cobain killed himself. I remember exactly where I was. It was raining that day in Los Angeles. I mean, the floodgates have opened. I mean, it's going to be an emotional show for me. '90s was both fun, exciting. There was so much hope, but it was easy to be poor in Los Angeles back then.
What about?
Um,
I mean, what year did we meet? 90 what?
Five. We met the day that you and Moon did Roseanne. So that would be an easy Google search. Whatever
I
the
I
day
have
that,
I have like all of these fun pictures of us too. Maybe we'll share some of the photos. We have tons of that. Like I had
yeah,
like a pretty. I mean, we had friends, and like just for those of you watching us live right now, we used to go to the Brass Monkey. It was such a big deal for us, our karaoke nights. And I loved the mix of comedians and rock stars that would show up. Like the Brass Monkey really was a fantastic spot, and people took their karaokeing really,
very seriously.
really serious. Yeah, dead serious.
I was told a couple weeks ago by somebody who was at one of my joint birthday parties with Neil Flynn, who was the janitor on Scrubs and then the dad on The Middle. Years before, we had the same birthday, so sometimes we would have the same birthday party. This was years before he was on Scrubs. We had a joint birthday party at the Brass Monkey, and I was told that a pre-Saturday Night Live Maya Rudolph was there and blew everyone away with her singing.
No, I think we were there that night, and you know, she is. I don't think I've ever told Moon this, but I love Maya Rudolph. She's one of the funniest people alive, in my
Yes,
opinion.
yes,
And she was always hanging out. Teenage years, we would socialize in by UCLA, like so Westwood for people who don't know in Los Angeles. that was like the ultimate teen hangout, and all the teenagers, and if your 20 something year olds, the Brat Pack. In the 80s, that was, you would walk around all night going from like place to place, seeing people. That's how you kind of, it was such a big deal. And you would go onto UCLA campus because they had an awesome arcade, the bowling alley, like their amenities
Yeah.
for the kids that went to school. And because it was also open to teenagers, there was just a lot you could do in a night. And I think I may have mentioned this on one of our Rock Tales episodes, but there was the biggest stretch limousine I've ever seen. It was really trying to get around a corner because there's an awkward corner on like wherever the Man Bruin Theater is, right around there. Um, and they couldn't make the turn. They kept having to like back up, reverse. And Emmanuel Lewis, TV's Webster, came out of the back of the limo. And from my point of view, because there was this jewelry store where I got my Italian like horn, like that, like it was such a cool necklace, and that was like one of the nights that like Maya Rudolph, she was friends with friends, like we would all go to the Silver Exchange or whatever it is, and I would fantasize, but I wanted that, and I could have just barely afford my Italian horn. But I was like, wait, well, who's in that limousine? It was Bubbles in a matching jacket to Michael Jackson, and then Emmanuel Lewis, who got out of the limousine, like in the Thriller style jacket for context, right?
Were they going to Old World
They went to
in
the
West?
Silver Exchange, but okay,
Oh, okay, got it.
okay, wait, food reference, because you mentioned Old World, okay? Dude, this is real. This happened to me yesterday, all right? In Los Angeles. True story. Got tears in my eyes. I would go to Old World with Moon and Dweezil. This is before Diva was born. Our mother would, and I would go with my dad. We would go to Old World on Sunset,
Hmm.
and then there was the Old World in Westwood Village. But
Hmm.
we would go for eggs Benedict and for their waffle. Like that was the thing, right?
Hmm.
I don't even know what kind of restaurant Old World was. Do you remember?
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it was just a step up from a diner, basically. I mean, it
Okay.
was like, it wasn't Hamburger Hamlet, it wasn't Jerry's Deli, it was just Old World.
Okay. So that waffle, right, is the waffle I've been fantasizing and chasing my entire life.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And I
Wow.
had, that scene in Ratatouille where the food critic eats the ratatouille and is like immediately brought back to
Yeah.
their childhood.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is like so inside and so nerdy. There's a restaurant that's opening up on Larchmont by Phil Rosenthal from Somebody Feed Phil. Okay. It's called
Yeah.
Max and Helen's. He's doing it in partnership with Nancy Silverton, who is such an amazing chef, and the food is that she's prepared and given us. If you live in Los Angeles, the best pizzas. My favorite steak in the city is actually, you can either get it at Chispaca or you can get it at, which is her restaurant connected to Mozza, Osteria Mozza, and then she's got Pizza Mozza. But um, uh, so she's opening up a diner on Larchmont with Phil. Okay. And I've been blessed enough because I'm so nosy because I walked in and kind of like popped my head in. And I also know one of the people that's going to be working there, who's lovely, a gentleman. Thank you, Sammy. If you're watching this, Sammy, thank you because you actually got me invited to the friends and family. So they've been doing all this week, and I think all next week before it actually opens. I've been tasting my way through the menu. So I got invited for one day, and of course, I'm like, guys, I love this restaurant so much. And they're like, well, would you like to come back? The nicest experience. Point being, dude, I had their waffle.
Someone's at the home doorbell.
Oh, there's someone at my home doorbell. I had their waffle, and it immediately transported me back to the old world waffle. It's even better. I don't know if I'm supposed to know this, but it's a sourdough waffle, and
Mm,
their secret ingredient is Guinness.
damn.
Yeah, dude,
Wow.
this waffle. I'm telling you, I will be shocked if they don't open up like.
Someone's at the home doorbell.
Oh, there's someone at the home doorbell. Um, I'll be shocked if they don't open up another Max and Helen's like in Montecito and like all over the world. It's that yummy. And I've when I tell you I've tasted my way through the menu, I've gone there now 3 times, and I've given them a full report. Their customer service, the way that they put the food on the table, the please, the thank yous, the excuse me's as they're moving things around. I'm like, wait, this hospitality is like next level for a diner. All of the oh,
Someone's at the home doorbell.
there's someone at the home doorbell. Maybe I should
No,
get
no,
that.
no, no. There's someone at the home doorbell.
Yeah. So, point being, go to Max and Helens. But you know what? Let's wrap this up. 90s. It's all about the 90s on Rocktails this Friday, live at 5.
Mhm.
Guys, go to rocktails.com. Join us. Help spread the word about our show. We have dumb conversations like this all the time, except there's more booze involved. Of course, my brother from another mother is always there. Brendan J. Smith, Tricky Dicky, Naughty Gotti, and the usual cohorts. So thank you for tuning in now, but hopefully you'll tune in on Friday live at 5. See you then. So call us on the rock line, 855-601, what is it, 76, what is it? I can't remember.
Rock.
All right, 855-601-ROCK? That's it?
Yeah.
So easy to remember. 855-601-ROCK?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we made it that easy for people to call us and talk to us on the show?
It
We're
rocks.
we're incredible. All right, 7625 if you can't spell rock. But guys, see you live at 5 Friday. We'll remind you tomorrow. We'll see you for I'm gonna sneeze again. Something's happening. It's the end of days. End of days. Brando, don't drink the bleach. See everyone on Friday. My bestie is coming back to town. The kid who I have known since preschool. He's got many stories about me from the 90s. Maybe he'll grace our presence. Who knows? But thank you all. Bye, Brando. Talk soon. Bye.